Hello yogis, yokers of the microcosm, one who yokes, lovers of the universe. I'm here with a YouTube video to describe hand balancing blocks and their relevance in this next big evolutionary step for humanity. Our wrists are the weakest link because we're so used to walking around with our two legs. So our arms have been out of commission for a few millennia. So we're gonna wanna take it slow, right? We're not gonna jump straight back into the Atlantis High Priestess regimen. And of course, we might utilize some external apparatus to make it a little bit easier initially to start as we regrow and evolve back into these spaces. But what's excellent about these hand balancing blocks is in the smaller dimensions, you can grip all the way around. This is clutch, literally. It's like clutch onto it. You can kind of work each of the different digits and learn how to send energy into the different parts of your hand with equanimity. It also prepares your hand for potentially doing hand-to-hand with another human being, right? Handstand on top of another human being. And this will train, again, your hand muscles so that they send energy deliberately with equanimity of weight distribution. And you will learn how to firm and tone all those little tiny muscles in there. It's amazing. So again, we're regrowing our capacity to conduct energy through our arms, and that includes the hands and the wrists. Another thing that I love about them is it makes doing one-armed handstand drills a little bit more effective, efficient, and just, again, practical. You could do one-armed handstand drills without blocks, but the energy disperses so rapidly. And again, you aren't able to send energy with equanimity through the hand. And what ends up happening is dumpage in the wrist, which can, of course, manifest as repetitive stress injury. And it's entirely avoidable. Watch my YouTube video on wrist yoga, and I might put up another one because it's always important to put out, but I did want to cover the one-arm handstand drills that you can do with the blocks, hand balancing blocks. Of course, you can do this with regular blocks too. Cork is going to disperse energy a little bit more so than, say, hardwood. So hardwood would be best. And you can also, there's cylindrical ones too, which is kind of cool. So whatever works best for you. And these are eventually what get mounted on top of what are called canes, which give you even more energy conductivity. Again, we're learning how to practice the divine attunement, especially the uppermost chakras with this Uranus-Taurus transit that we're moving through currently. So initially to start, I know this might be a little bit of review if you've seen some of my inversion videos, but L-shape against the wall. If I could go back again and learn how to do handstand two-handed again, I would have done it on canes because it would have definitely spelled less misery in the wrists. It really is our Achilles heel. Ironically, it becomes your heel when you're upside down. So legs distance away from the wall. Measure it out. You can even sit right up next to the wall like so. Alignment is the key to divinity. If you start to act like a Virgo as you get deeper into this alignment, I told you so. So walking it up the wall, hands are just shoulder distance apart. Everybody overestimates how broad their shoulders are. This is bone structure. Although the deltoid does go out a ways, we're aligning with the shoulder cuff. So walking it up, coming into your L shape. Again, I can find that equanimity of weight distribution through my hands now, pressing firmly through the index finger and thumb knuckles, the inner triad, but also, again, the block helps me to send energy out to the further outermost knuckles as well. Spiraling the eyes, the elbows towards each other, plug the arms into the shoulder sockets, draw the floater ribs together and in, and reach the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Maybe one leg extends up. Again, you're continuing that spiraling action through the leg as well. So it's like a continuous tube ride of energy conduction through the whole body and space. Go figure, this will help you to become a stronger conduit channel and will help you to reactivate psychic nadis. Of course, get both sides. Don't worry about coming off of the wall, because if you don't have a super deep back bend, of course, slipping into a back bend is not favorable. If you do want to try and dabble with that, you can always cartwheel out to the side and slowly lower it back down. Yeah, I feel the power. So even simple things, you can start to introduce the blocks into your normal handstand drills, two-handed handstand drills, and you'll still reap better effects, right? The stabilizer muscle engagement is more precise, and so you're creating strength that's more so in alignment with the divine masculine, and that is also creating more tapas. It's like the tippiest tip of the flame of the Bunsen burners, which you're aligning with when you do handstand work. So, and you're always finding a better alignment, and you're always learning how to conduct more energy as you strengthen. The Shiva Lingam is infinite, yogis. So of course, as you've seen maybe in my other videos, you can walk it in. This is kind of fun, walking it in from L shape. I kind of feel like my hands are wearing like those Dutch shoes. I wonder sometimes, future generations, what sort of fashion statements they'll strike when we start conducting energy through all of our extremities. So again, coming back up into your L shape, and walk your hand balancing block shoes all the way in to the wall. You gotta have enough upper body strength to walk a little bit, and then go just a foot's length away from the wall. Again, hands just shoulder distance apart. And you are pushing to create a standing still wave, right? The relationship with Mother Earth is perfectly reciprocal. I am sending energy straight down, and I'm riding that energy as it reverberates back up through the arms, and up through the spine, through the legs and out through the feet. It's like a tuning fork for the uppermost chakras. And breathe. Hang out here as long as you like. Again, I'm going over a few things. So I'm going to come down. You can cartwheel out. I'm going to in the interest of time, but avoid a neighbor if you've got one. So there's your handstand, toes and nose. This is so crucial. If you want to get good at handstanding, you've got to find your straight line, at least closest to straight as you can get, which again will always get straighter. We're infinite, but once you find that straight line, you can really hit it in the middle of the room with a great deal more ease. And this straight line also is useful for doing one-handed handstands. Initially to start though, it is a little bit easier not facing the wall. You really truly are diving into the abyss of nothingness. I love this work because it has helped me to come to terms with all of Nietzsche's philosophy, which just, I mean, once you read it, you're like, you can't unread it. So, so I'm like, oh, okay, nihilism, I can live with it now. So initially to start, diving into the abyss of nothingness is quite intimidating. It almost kind of feels like going skydiving, because you really are free falling. Everything is perfectly stacked, so the energy is just flowing straight through you, and it does feel kind of like a free fall. If you're into that, I love surfing. I love, or at least I used to love extreme sports. I'm a little bit more cautious now, so that I'm not out of the karma eating game. But if you can call it that. But I love that sensation of falling. It's the best, right? An elevator drop on a wave when you take off is the coolest sensation. So it takes some getting used to, but it's really fun once you get used to it. Initially to start, and I know a bunch of hand balancers are going to probably write some stuff in the comments section. I usually don't read comments, sorry. I'm too busy eating karmas. But anyways, they'll probably have some things to say. I know. It's not perfectly aligned, but you want to start to feel the sensation and then steadily graduate to facing the wall. So I'll show you not facing the wall first when you're first starting to navigate into one-handed handstand. OAHS, in case you're wondering what that acronym stands for. one-armed handstand. All right, hashtag. Take it up, find the wall, and again, if you're hopping, kick towards yourself, plug the femur head bone, descend it into the hip socket as you rise up. Little review, just in case you haven't seen my other videos. So initially, legs wide is way easier. It's like the scales of the Libra. So you'll shift weight to one side. That might be it. That might be all that you're doing today. Literally. Maybe lift up onto your fingertips. Maybe less fingertips. Maybe just one fingertip. Maybe that hand floats up. Oh my God. You're doing a one-handed handstand. And then switch sides. Just hold for as long as feels comfortable. And again, initially to start, probably isn't going to be too long. Shift over to the other side. Break on through. Maybe float up onto fingertips. There's a window in the way here. Whatever, just go over that way. You want to find your central line, right? So, and to get a little bit nerdy, you're making a parallelogram. This shoulder, the foundational point, is directly underneath this hip, the opposite hip. So you're making a straight line, although it's asymmetrical. Back to the block, back through center, and slowly release back down. So again, this is a process. That might be where you go, and the extent of it today. Keep coming back to it. Roll out the wrist, take care of your wrists, massage, all the things, figure eights, this stuff. Yeah, all of it. Love your wrists. Again, they are the weakest link, but not for long. All right, so graduating up to the next exercise so that the hand balancers don't all kill me in the comments, which I won't read. You can just walk it in, again, face to face, and do it again, one-handed handstand. Of course, I'm running out of wall space and lighting because I'm using natural lighting, so I'm just gonna do legs together, but you can also do legs out wide in a Samakonasana or middle split. Here we go. What you'll notice too that's slightly different with one-handed handstand is you've gotta push much more, so much more. Walking in. Mount your blocks. Again, get as close as you can. And know that you'll keep getting closer as you develop comfortability with diving into the abyss. So you'll shift weight again to one side. Notice again, opposite hip is stacking. Push and float the other arm up. And you can even hold the arm out adjacent to the side to find that perfect line. Some yogis, as they practice away in the middle of the room, will bring a block here to just elevate. Again, it's literally like you're holding space in your sphere of existence. So that's exactly what we're doing. And then switch. So it's really advanced to bring the hand to the side body. That means that you're really precise with your balance. And you can start to build it here with the assistance of wall. Again, hang out as long as you can comfortably. Breathe. When you're complete, release. Again, you can walk it out, you can cartwheel out. I'll walk it back out this time so you can see both. Woo! One small step for humankind. Oh, again, you gotta take it slow. Love your upper body, love your joints, and really listen in deep. As soon as you create heat, start to open up that space. So a couple more block variations because they are so fun. You can also, to again emphasize that push, mount the block and then step back down. And I love this. It's kind of like shoulder shrugs, which I did in another video. So many videos. There are more coming, of course. We are going places as a species. Get excited. Evolution is fun, guys. Okay, so take your time with this stuff. And if it exceeds your abilities today, that's okay. You are limitless. You will expand. You will expand beyond those limitations that are perceived in your reality right now. But the earth element has to be honored. So again, Virgo. I swear, I got so many Virgo-isms in my personality now. I attribute it all to embodying universal laws, hermetic principles. There is a very beautiful perfection to the way that the universal laws are operating in our field of consciousness, our collective field, because we are all one consciousness. And yeah, I just have so much admiration for the beauty of it. It really is truly perfect. So we're just learning how to abide by these universal laws again. So here we go. I'm going to do the exercise really quickly of taking a block off to the side, stepping onto the ground, and then back up onto the block again. So it's kind of like, again, little tiny baby steps. Kind of resembles walking upstairs or something. All right, here we go. So you'll shift weight to one side, release the block, set it over, place the hand down. Shift weight to that side, slide the block over, replace the weight down. Shift weight to one side. Block comes directly underneath, press straight through that line. Pick up the other block and set down. Now, of course, make sure you get both sides. So you're alternating sides. Not sure if I'm alternating actually, but I know for certain I'm stepping up with the left hand. Here we go, lefty. If you play right side dominant sports, have fun. Yes, oh yeah. Beautiful. And again, you can do this as many times as you like, but in the interest of time, so I can discuss a little bit more with you, coming back down. I like to go until I feel a nice, comfortable burn happening in the shoulders. So, I'm not very political, but feel the burn, right? And then make sure that you utilize the heat that you create to balance out the masculine, which is what we're doing. This is masculine creation. Most definitely, of course, there's always a little bit of feminine. We're finding that perfect line, the path of least resistance and most efficiency, but that was mostly yang. So we're going to use a little bit of that yang and do a lot of yang. Puppy dog pose against the wall. And this is in another video. Oh my gosh, so many videos. I'm going to become like Till Swan and be like, and watch this video, and watch this video. So give yourself about 2 feet distance away from the wall. Walk the hands up the wall. Melt the heart towards the wall. And you want to stick your butt out and get your whole chest and chin onto the wall, if at all possible. And just melt. Literally melt down the side of the wall. Delicious. Yeah, and as things come into alignment and they start to balance out, masculine and feminine, you'll get more energy conduction and get excited, because you don't have to be born with the gift. The psychic bodies will start to unearth themselves as you actively participate in your evolution, which is really fun. But it takes some time. It does take time, diligence, and practice, non-attachment. So be patient. This is a process, and even if you want to just use your blocks, maybe you're not even working handstands, just use them for your plank poses, you know? Because so often I think a lot of the root causes of misalignments in plank or in chaturanga happen because we are weak in the foundation. We're not utilizing our whole hand to grip the block, right? And so that's crucial. If you're just dumping in the wrist, then the integrity of your whole structure is compromised because the foundation is weak. So get yourself a pair of hand balancing blocks if you don't already have some. All the cool kids are doing it. And I'll work on getting those canes available to everyone as well as get some more blocks. I'm also very intrigued by the parallettes. I think that they are definitely more beneficial for learning how to planche correctly and with the most energetic conductivity. So I'll leave you with that. I think that that's plenty for now. And again, enjoy eating your karmas, stay in bliss, stay in samadhi, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.